free consultation.
The Carolina Chevy Storm Tracker, only on WCNC Charlotte.
A reminder, folks, the news does not end here. Here's what's coming up on WCNC Plus at 7 a.m.
Within hours, a Charlotte jury could start deliberations on the fate of two men accused of killing the popular sandwich shop co-owner. We'll have details coming up.
This morning, Border Patrol operations continue across our area with no sign of ending.
The people in masks, they may be loud, they may be bullies, but there's more of us than there are of them.
How community members are showing support and raising money for fearful immigrant families.
Folks in Concord working to lift spirits this morning after 4 people were hurt in a shooting at the city's Christmas tree lighting on Friday.
Why would someone come and ruin something like that, especially for the children?
What we know about the suspects arrested as that city moves forward.
The busy holiday travel week is here.
That's right, what we're expecting on the roads and in the skies. Those stories and much more live, local, and breaking news coming up at 7 a.m. on WCNC Plus.
And taking you live outside over towards Iredell County, I-77 just north of Griffith Street. Traffic starting to build across the area, especially over towards Gaston County. 85 northbound running just a little bit slow, very typical for this time of day. Here are all the active crashes that we have. Newest one on the board is going to be this one, Chastain Avenue at Springbrook Road. Majestic.
All right, still a little chilly out there this morning, 30s and 40s, but by the afternoon, it's going to be nice. We're talking about upper 60-degree temperatures. The first half of our Tuesday is fine, so if you're traveling tomorrow morning, no problems, but we will be weather impact alert Tuesday afternoon and evening because of rain and thunderstorms.
All right, folks, we want to know this morning, it's that time of year. Do you plan on going Black Friday shopping in just a few days? Are you going to brave it? Text us 704-329-3600. We'll be talking about it all morning over on WCNC Plus.
Join us there.
Continue with us on WCNC Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. WCNC Charlotte Traffic, sponsored by Audi Charlotte, the #1 Audi dealer in the Carolinas.
Imagine a law firm that's actually committed to preventing accidents.
That firm is CR Legal Team, and our entire team is equally committed to caring for the whole person after a crash. We stand up for you. Call 888-THE-TEAM.
Hops Discount Building Materials is the place to go for all your home building material needs. Get lost in our huge inventory of doors, vanities, cabinets, windows, flooring, and so much more. You can find top quality items to complete your dream space with ready-to-go quality inventory. Don't wait for something on back order. Find it at Pops now. You never know what you'll find at Pops Discount Building Materials in Charlotte.
Black Friday deal at all Rainy Marion locations.
2025 Mercedes Sprinter 2500 cargo van, less than 30 miles.
Our prices starting at $51,981.
That's right, $51,981. Your competition is already calling.
Rainy Marion is the king of price.
If you want total health care from a provider you trust,
hi Blair. Hi.
Right in the palm of your hand, if you want soup, sweatpants, and zero in-person contact, if you want wellness wherever, our virtual primary care delivers with great website manner.
No worries.
So choose your doctor from our profiles and enjoy the healthiest online relationship you've ever had. House calls have evolved. Atrium Health.
Injured in a car accident? At Campbell & Associates, when it comes to fighting to get you the compensation you may deserve, we're aggressive. Remember, it doesn't cost you a dime unless we win your injury case. Call Campbell & Associates, 704-333-0885.
Do you keep up with the trends or set your own?
Is the color dense enough?
Add more pigment. Launch on social.
We've got to take this global.
All right, so where do we go from here?
You've got to test it, perfect it, expand it. Never rest until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
Sadly, accidents happen. At CR Legal Team, we care for the whole person, physically, emotionally, and financially.
If you've been injured, call CR Legal Team. We stand up for you. 888-THE-TEAM.
Countdown to the Today Show is sponsored by Atrium Health.
because of severe weather, but because we have inconvenient weather, people, because we're going to be watching that Tuesday night and into Tuesday evening. We're going to be watching that because a lot of people will be out on those roads traveling. So pockets of heavy rain will be possible, so it's mainly going to be those travel impacts. So that's why we have issued this. Coming up, we're going to be timing out that as we're looking at that rain, but in addition to that, we also have a cool down going from 60s and 70s for multiple days in a row. And then once Thanksgiving comes around, it's going to be nice, but temperatures drop down into the 50s. Just wait until you see those overnight lows. It's going to be a chilly start to our Turkey Day. We'll have more on this coming up, but for now, let's send things over to Becca with a look at traffic this morning. Good morning, Becca.
Good morning, Majestic. Starting to see those typical slowdowns, especially over towards Uptown. Live view from I-77 and West Boulevard. This is just before you hit the John Bell Freeway, and surprise, well, it's packed. Also see packed traffic I-77 northbound over towards Gold Hill Road. That is just before York enters over towards Mecklenburg County. So keep that in mind, although still lots of green. So doing pretty well for this early Thanksgiving Monday. You can see on Gaston County, I should say, we do have those typical slowdowns on 85 northbound as well. Here are all the active crashes we have, including this one. This is going to be a crash being reported on Chastain Avenue at Springbrook Road, causing just minor delays. And then just past the airport, Wilkinson Boulevard, a crash at Tuckasegee Road, and then over towards East Charlotte on those southbound lanes of I-485 just before Albemarle Road, also have a crash there. So allow yourself plenty of extra time as you hit the roads this morning.
Thanks. Today, closing arguments expected in the murder trial of the two men charged with killing Brooks Sandwich House co-owner Scott Brooks. Authorities say Terry Connor and Stephen Staples killed Brooks while he was opening his family's restaurant back in 2019 in Noda. WCNC Charlotte's Richard Devane now live from the Mecklenburg County Courthouse this morning with the latest developments and what we can expect to hear today. Richard.
Yeah, good morning to you, Ben. Good morning, Lisa. Good Monday morning, all those watching us on the Plus. Basically, today we should hear the jury be given its charge, its marching orders, so to speak, about what they can expect to do going forward. Then we will hear opening arguments, or closing, I should say, arguments, followed by them getting the chance to deliberate and possibly return a verdict in this well-known murder trial. Now, the case is set to begin today in the Brooks Sandwich Shop murder trial. Both the prosecution and defense will have their final chances to sway the jury before they begin deliberations. As you said, Terry Connor Jr. and Stephen Staples, both accused of robbing and murdering Scott Brooks. This was back in 2019. He's the co-owner of the well-known Noda restaurant. Investigators say he was opening the shop when the pair confronted and fatally shot him during what police say was an attempted robbery. Throughout the trial, juries have heard evidence, including surveillance images, witnesses' testimony, and forensic analysis. Prosecutors argue the suspect targeted Brooks in a violent crime, while the defense has worked to cast doubt on key pieces of evidence and the reliability or lack of credibility of the witness accounts. Ultimately, it's up to the jurors to decide. Take a listen to what the opening statement sounded like. Get a pretty good idea of what the closing arguments will sound like as well. Take a listen.
For 10 seconds, Scott Brooks spoke with his murderers. They had already ambushed him. They had put their guns against him. They had moved him away from the public view so that no one could help him. And they had taken his property. For 10 seconds, Scott Brooks spoke with the men who would soon leave him for dead in front of the business that had helped define his life.
So no murder weapon. We're not going to hear about DNA from Mr. Staples. We're not going to hear about fingerprints. We've heard there's not going to be an eyewitness. There's not confessions. And when the state comes to you and tells you that close is close enough for beyond a reasonable doubt, and we'll discuss this again at the end of this case. Remember, close only counts for horseshoes and hand grenades.
Those were part of opening statements. We should hear the closing arguments later today. We also could have jury deliberations starting after those. We will have jury deliberations after all closing arguments have been stated. So we could actually have a verdict sometime later today. We're right here outside the Mecklenburg County Courthouse. This is Richard Devane. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
Richard, thanks. 7:07 now. This morning, we are working to find out more about Border Patrol operations in Charlotte. Over the weekend, we know Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bovino posted this picture from Romare Bearden Park, along with a statement that reads, "Charlotte needs us, and we will continue to get the job done." Now, despite ongoing operations, community members are still showing their support and raising awareness. Sunday, folks gathered for a 5K in support of the Carolina Migrant Network. Runners say they came together to send a powerful message that they won't let fear keep them from showing up.
Pero sin miedo. We kind of just wanted to show up in force, and really this was a fundraiser for the Carolina Migrant Network. They've been obviously very busy this past week, and they're already busy but really stressed out, and so we wanted to show support.
Carolina Migrant Network provides free legal aid to those facing immigration detention. Organizers say the event raised significant funds to help families navigate the challenges of immigration enforcement. Later this morning, Manolo's Bakery will be reopening its doors after the owner closed temporarily to keep his customers and employees safe. Ahead this morning, we're going to share how that bakery, which has been the site of several protests during Operation Charlotte's Web, continues to be a site of support. And folks, we are keeping an eye out for any updates when it comes to immigration enforcement. We're waiting to get some word from DHS. If we do, we'll certainly pass it along for you, any updates that they share. Make sure that you stay right here on WCNC Plus to get the latest developments and how it's impacting your community.
7:09 right now here on WCNC Plus, and this morning the city of Concord says it is pushing ahead with its holiday traditions. It's despite a shooting at the city's tree lighting ceremony Friday that left several people hurt. Take a look at some of this video. A WCNC photographer capturing the moments families with their kids started running for their lives, running for safety. So far, police identified 3 suspects, including 18-year-old Nasir Bostic and 2 teenagers. They were all sent to the hospital, and at last check, Bostic and one other teen remain under critical condition. However, Bostic faces charges once he's released from the hospital. Following the incident, the mayor releasing this statement saying in part, "We are a resilient community and we will not let senseless actions of a few individuals steal another tradition from us." And he was right. They did just that. The city's Christmas parade went forward Saturday with groups making their way down Church and Union Street. Despite the violent night before, folks say it's important to celebrate the holidays as a community.
Downtown has put so much time into making it a fun and safe place for people to be. So we're just excited that people still, came out and celebrated Christmas, because that's really what it's all about.
We can't live in fear, and it's been a tradition for us. And then we knew that the police presence would be strong, so it felt like we were safe.
One of the teens charged in Friday's shooting set to appear in court this morning. Well, with Thanksgiving just days away, folks across the community doing their part to make sure everybody has a happy holiday season. And today, legendary singer Stephanie Mills and Charlotte Hornet LaMelo Ball teaming up for a major turkey giveaway. The duo is going to be providing food for 50 families in need. WCNC Charlotte's Richard Devane is going to be live there coming up at 8 a.m. right here on WCNC Plus as that gets underway. Today's event follows a weekend of giving back. Nonprofit organization Common Heart packed and delivered Thanksgiving meal for 1,500 families throughout Union County. And the LB Scarborough Community Center here in Charlotte held a turkey giveaway for folks who rely on SNAP benefits. They gave about 1,000 turkeys and side dishes out. The White House pushing for an end to Russia's war in Ukraine. Why new comments from the president are putting a potential peace plan at risk.
7:13 now. This morning brings both new hope and fresh tensions as President Trump pushes for an end to Russia's war on Ukraine.
His administration is pressing Ukraine to accept a 28-point peace plan by Thanksgiving, even as concerns grow over whose interests it really serves. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest.
In Ukraine, a difficult winter is closing in, with Russian strikes only increasing. Both sides are now targeting the other's heat and power grids. And as the U.S. works to broker a truce by Thanksgiving,
we've had probably the most productive and meaningful meeting so far.
President Trump injecting new tensions in a post accusing Ukraine's leadership of expressing zero gratitude for his administration's efforts, just as high-level U.S. and Ukraine delegations met in Geneva, with the Ukrainians voicing thanks.
We have very good progress, and we are moving forward to the just and lasting peace.
In a joint statement, the U.S. and Ukraine saying they had updated and refined the peace framework President Trump has been pressing for, despite its raising alarm among Ukrainian and European leadership and bipartisan lawmakers for favoring Russia, some even questioning whether it's a U.S. or a Russian proposal.
What the president has put out here is a plan that is very favorable to Russia.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio clarifying the U.S. did author the initial 28-point peace plan that runs counter to several top Ukrainian priorities, calling for Ukraine to give up a fifth of its territory, including portions Russia does not occupy, shrinking the Ukrainian military by about a third and blocking its path to join NATO. President Trump saying there is room to negotiate.
Is this your final offer to Ukraine?
No, not my
European allies pushing to strengthen the terms for Ukraine and weaken the risk of further Russian aggression. In a new statement, Ukrainian President Zelensky said his country is grateful to the United States, to every American heart, and personally to President Trump. He previously said the peace proposal was forcing Ukraine to choose between losing its dignity or a key partner. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Well, one of the more controversial initiatives of the Trump administration has come to an end a bit early. Elon Musk's Doge no longer exists. The Department of Government Efficiency was supposed to be in operation until at least July of next year, but Doge this morning is no more. That's the word from the government's chief human resources officer, telling NBC News that it'll be up to individual agencies to carry out Doge's cost-cutting mission, and that efficiency remains a core objective of the Trump administration.
One of President Trump's most vocal defenders on Capitol Hill is now leaving office. Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene announcing her resignation effective in January. She says she is not running for president, insisting she never said I wanted to. Her decision follows a bitter public split with the president over the release of the Epstein files, an issue that has divided Republicans.
Standing up for American women who were raped at 14 years old, trafficked and used by rich, powerful men should not result in me being called a traitor and threatened by the President of the United States, whom I fought for.
Greene also blasted what she calls the political industrial complex for destroying the country. 11:19. Now, isn't that
You
gorgeous?
almost need your sunglasses for this.
Right? From the Charlotte Motor Speedway, but what a beautiful sunrise shot there.
Right, Majestic standing by with a look at your Monday forecast, and Monday's looking pretty good.
It is beautiful outside. I mean, it's a little bit chilly, but it's kind of refreshing as you're heading out the door. You'll just want a layer. You won't need it, though, by the afternoon as temperatures go from 40s this morning to upper 60s this afternoon. We're talking about Charlotte right now, but up in the mountains, even colder. 32 as you're heading out the door in Boone, 36 in Morganton. Rock Hill, good morning to you, 41 degrees right now. Clear skies, cool temperatures, that's the name of the game right now. Once we head into mid-morning, early afternoon, we'll see a couple more clouds push through the area, but overall today, it's going to be nice, and those temperatures will still stay above average with many of us nearing 70 degrees. Tomorrow is going to be a cloudy day. It's going to stay warm, but we are weather alert tomorrow for Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday night. So the first half of our Tuesday, if you're packing up the family, you're hitting those area roadways, you got places to be for Thanksgiving. Tuesday morning looks fine. It's later in the day on Tuesday that we have a cold front pushing through, and that cold front is going to bring scattered rain showers and a few isolated thunderstorms, even into the overnight hours Tuesday and into early on Wednesday. So travel impacts, that's going to be our major focus there. We've issued this not because of severe weather or anything like that, but just because we know a lot of people will be traveling on the roads, and it's going to be a bit rainy at times. Let's talk about our satellite and radar this morning, because we are far from rainy. It is gorgeous out there, but this is what's happening across the country for tomorrow for our Travel Tuesday forecast. Lots of sunshine really for much of the central half of the country, from Denver to Kansas City, even there across Dallas, but it's going to be the southeast and just up and down the east coast that we'll start to see much more rain push into the area. It's not just rain, but also some thunderstorms. At this point, it doesn't seem like any of those storms will become strong to severe for us, but we just need to keep a close eye on that forecast. Brief heavy downpours could even make it tricky for traveling as well. Let's head into our Tuesday. Here's about 5 o'clock in the morning. We're dry, but we're cloudy. Tomorrow, still seeing a warm day with 60s and 70s in place. And then as we're heading into Tuesday, right around noon, we'll start to see those rain showers push into the mountains. Here's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, starting to impact the Charlotte metro area. And then the rain starts to taper off just a bit. But notice as we fast forward and pause time, here's Wednesday at 1 o'clock in the morning. So by this point, most of us are asleep, but we could see a brief heavy downpour or a couple of isolated thunderstorms. Then all of that active weather pushes out of our area, and then back behind it, we have a cool down. All of a sudden, we're going from well above average temperatures to well below. Even right here on Thanksgiving Day, we'll see highs into the 50s with lows dipping down below freezing. The good news is it doesn't last for very long, though. We have another warming trend ahead. There's that Thanksgiving Day forecast, though. If you are taking your family, maybe you're heading out to a turkey trot early on Thanksgiving before you go and have your meal, it's going to be just chilly. So grab those layers, a high of 54 on Thanksgiving and only 50 degrees on Friday. Becca.
All right, taking you out on the roads now. This is over towards South Charlotte, I-77 at Nations Ford Road. We are looking pretty good out there for a early Monday morning. If you are, of course, headed out before Thanksgiving, the worst travel times between today all the way through Wednesday going to be about 1 to 5 p.m. But Tuesday, that gets extended. Remember, that's Travel Tuesday, so that gets extended all the way through about 7 o'clock. But the best times to travel all before 10, 11 o'clock Tuesday. Of course, leave early. Thanksgiving Thursday, minimal impacts. We are starting to see some slowdowns out there, none of which are causing any major delays, but a little bit slow heading from York inbound into Mecklenburg County. Same goes over towards Gaston County on 85 northbound. A couple of crashes out there I want to let you know of, including this one east W.T. Harris Boulevard at Brook Canyon Drive. That is just east of Independence Boulevard. Drive times now, Matthews to Uptown on Independence, 23 minutes. Salisbury will take 50 on 85, and Waxhaw about 39 minutes.
Well, the holiday season is here, and so is the 25th Magical Toy Drive. WCNC Charlotte once again teaming up with the Salvation Army to help put gifts under the tree for local families. This week, there is more than one way for you to help. We know that so many of you donate to this, and we hope that you will do so again this year. You can bring any new unwrapped toy to any Charlotte area Belk location between now and Sunday, December 14th. Also, at the Checkers game this Saturday, the stuffed animals from the Teddy Bear Toss will go to the Magical Toy Drive. So if you're heading to the game, make sure that you take a teddy bear to toss on the ice after the Checkers score their first goal. You can also scan that QR code that you see right there on the right side of your screen to find out about other ways to donate. We're going to take a quick break here on WCNC Plus, but again, another just spectacular shot from Charlotte Motor Speedway this morning. Hope your Monday is off to a great start. We'll be right back.
Well, good Monday morning, everyone. We were heading into a nice start to our Monday morning. Look at that. Charlotte Motor Speedway showing off, looking good for our Monday. Temperature is a bit on the chilly side, though, so grab a sweatshirt or a jacket as you're heading out the door. 45 degrees here in Charlotte, 31, though, for our friends up there in Boone. We'll have plenty of sunshine this morning with a few lingering clouds heading into the afternoon, but those daytime highs, they're still feeling nice, mainly into the upper 60s, low 70s across the area. Tomorrow, though, we do have some changes on the way. Early in the day, it's going to be fine if you're heading out to go traveling. But Tuesday afternoon and evening, we are going to be under a WCNC weather impact alert time frame because a cold front, it's going to bring some passing rain showers and even some thunderstorms that may impact some of that traveling. So stay close to our weather team. We'll keep you up to date with the very latest. Looks nice for Thanksgiving, though. Becca.
All right, got a couple of slowdowns that I'm watching across the area, none of which are causing any major issues. So if you are heading out the roads for Thanksgiving, you are good to go. Live view I-77 across York County, just a little bit slow as you head from York inbound into Mecklenburg County on those northbound lanes. Also running slow Gaston County, 85 northbound and 85 southbound from Cabarrus to Mecklenburg County.
Thanks for streaming live on WCNC Plus at 7:30 on this Monday morning. I'm Lisa Washington.
And I'm Ben Thompson. This morning, Border Patrol operations continue across the area with no sign of ending.
Just last night, we saw a show of support for the Latino community in East Charlotte. Folks gathering for a vigil at Manolo's Bakery. It's the site of several protests during Operation Charlotte's Web. WCNC Charlotte's Anna King was there, hearing from the community and from the owner of Manolo's, who kept his shop closed temporarily to keep his customers and employees safe.
Yeah, the vigil was held here at Manolo's Bakery, a place many in the community are now calling the heart of resistance after days of protests. And tonight, community members say this gathering was about honoring immigrants and showing Charlotte stands together.
This little light of mine.
Candles.
We ask you to encourage them even now in the name of Jesus.
Prayers and moments of silence.
They thought that we were alone, and now we are together. And we are one light.
Sunday night, East Charlotte residents saw a vigil meant to heal.
The people in masks, they may be loud, they may be bullies, but there's more of us than there are of them.
The vigil drew neighbors, faith leaders, and people who say they came to show support and to stand against fear.
What's happening to them with ICE and BP, Border Patrol, is awful. And nobody should have to go through that. Nobody should have to leave and go to work and wonder if their kids are okay or wonder if their mom or dad is gone.
And we are all celebrating Charlotte and saying, you can't mess with us. We're going to fight. We're going to take a stand. And that's what all of this means.
Organizers say the candles and handwritten signs are a reminder of a community that refuses to be silent.
Stand with him, stand behind her.
The vigil was held just outside of Manolo's Bakery, which closed temporarily after Border Patrol arrived.
You are an army for angels.
Now the shop is in a soft reopening, and the owner says he's grateful for the support.
We used to feel that we were alone. Now we know that we are not alone in this city, and the only thing I have is thank you so much, and I love you, Charlotte.
The people of God say amen. Amen.
But he says as the community looks to the future, the fear has not gone away.
They're still around. No, ICE is still around. They pick up people from the streets today, so maybe a big group left, but they're still around, so we're still not safe.
In Charlotte, Anna King, WCNC Charlotte.
Starting today, the city of Charlotte is rolling out $100,000 in emergency funds for families impacted by Border Patrol operations. Crisis Assistance Ministry will handle the applications. Eligible households can apply through local nonprofits like Our Bridge for Kids, the Latin American Coalition, and the Charlotte Center for Legal Advocacy. The groups say recent events have profoundly impacted lives and families.
The fear of Border Patrol and ICE is impacting students in Charlotte. We've been following the numbers with tens of thousands of CMS kids staying home last week over safety concerns. Parents say anxiety is spreading through the classrooms and into the community.
They start to recognize, am I in danger? Is that person that I see over there in danger? Could somebody in my family or somebody that I love be in danger?
Experts say the stress can trigger PTSD, but teachers can simply help by letting students know that they are not alone. And we're going to continue to stay on top of this when it comes to immigration enforcement. Stay right here on WCNC Plus on your favorite streaming device for all the developments and the impacts on your community.
7:34 now. This morning, Belmont police are investigating after a restaurant was evacuated due to a bomb threat. Police say this happened Saturday afternoon at Nellie's Southern Kitchen on North Main Street. That restaurant is owned by the parents of the Jonas Brothers, a popular band. Gaston County deputies searched the restaurant. They didn't find anything. The restaurant later reopened. No one was hurt. Belmont police are now asking anyone with information to call them at the number on the screen. We'll take a look at your screen right now. This man is waking up in jail, charged in a shooting outside a nightclub. According to CMPD, Lloyd Graham is accused of shooting a bouncer at the Gold Club on Old Pineville Road last Monday. Graham was arrested on Sunday. And this morning, one person is recovering after being stabbed in South Charlotte. Medic tells us this happened last night on South Tryon Street near Westinghouse Boulevard. CMPD has not released any further details. This morning, Avery County Schools remembering a beloved educator. The district posted on its Facebook page last night that Tina Stamey passed away over the weekend. Earlier in the month, Newland Elementary shared a post saying that Stamey went into cardiac arrest at home. Students and teachers will be wearing yellow to school tomorrow as a way of remembering the light Stamey brought into the classroom each day.
Well, we have a beautiful day outside today. Temperatures a little bit on the chilly side if you're heading out the door, especially if you're out there in the mountains, waking up right around freezing there in Blowing Rock. By the afternoon, though, we'll see temperatures mainly rise into the 60s. We have some low 70s today. And then tomorrow we are weather alert. We've issued this because we have a cold front passing through. It's going to pull in scattered rain showers, thunderstorms, mainly for Tuesday afternoon and evening. That could be impactful, especially if you're heading out for holiday travel. Otherwise, Thanksgiving, much cooler, but sunny skies is what you should plan for. Look at how pretty this is. Live camera coming in this morning from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Earlier this morning, when it was still dark, they had all their Christmas lights all lit up. They had their big festivities starting out this last weekend. It's going to be ongoing throughout all of December. 45 degrees now here in Charlotte, 44 in Monroe, low 40s there in Hickory, low 30s, though, up in Boone. So a little frosty out there for that morning commute. Once we're heading out the door, though, we will see sunny skies. A few more clouds start to push through the area as we're heading into really the afternoon, but still holding on to plenty of sunshine today. And those temperatures, they're going to head back into the upper 60s for us here in Charlotte and many other people as well. As we're looking at tomorrow, though, we do have a weather alert day because we're watching that cold front. It really doesn't start to impact us until Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night, a little bit into Wednesday morning. And this is not because of any severe weather, nothing like that, but it's mainly going to be out there, and we've issued it because we're going to see those travel impacts. Lots of people will be traveling, of course, for the holiday, so if you're heading out on Tuesday, the morning seems fine, but Tuesday afternoon and evening, that's when we'll see wet roadways and possibly some thunderstorms that may have brief heavy downpours. But again, we're not suspecting any severe weather. Here's our satellite and radar this morning. Looks great across the Carolinas, not seeing any problems here, and really this is sticking with Tuesday in general across the country. Many states holding on to nice conditions. Much of the middle half of the country, from Denver to Kansas City, even there in Dallas, sunny skies, mild temperatures. Up there in the Pacific Northwest, rainy, wet, and cool. Once we head down towards the southeast, though, and up along the eastern seaboard, we are seeing just a lot of rain pushing through. Rainy conditions, isolated thunderstorms for us, and there could be some stronger storms to the south of us, but we don't suspect that any of our storms will actually turn severe. It'll just be more of an inconvenience. Here's our futurecast looking good for us today. Cloudy for Tuesday. Cloudy in general. Again, temperatures staying warm, 60s and 70s. Rain showers start to begin as early as noon there in the mountains, hitting the Charlotte metro area around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then they'll start to taper off. But watch this, because into the overnight hours on Tuesday and into Wednesday morning, we're going to watch another band kind of push into our area. This one could have a few thunderstorms with them. That's 1 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. So heavy downpours could be a bit loud at times as well. But then we get through that, and then we'll be heading straight into our Thanksgiving with sunny conditions, but much cooler temperatures, where it's actually going to feel more December-like, even more January-like. We'll have more on that and everything else that you need to know coming up in just a few. But let's send things over to Becca with a check on traffic. Good morning, Becca.
Good morning. Right now I am following a new active crash. This is over towards Huntersville. This is on the I-77 northbound ramp to get onto Samford Road. You can see that police car currently blocking that left-hand lane there, so traffic is able to get by, but note that that ramp lane is currently narrowed at this time. It is causing some slowdown, so again, this is over towards Huntersville. I-77, it's the northbound ramp to get onto Samford Road, so we got a couple extra minutes to that morning commute, but not causing any significant issues. I am seeing some slowdowns over towards I-85 southbound if you're headed from Cabarrus inbound into Mecklenburg County. Typical slowdown over towards I-85 north in Gastonia and South Charlotte. 77 northbound, always a problem spot for this time of day. I am looking at this crash east W.T. Harris Boulevard at Brook Canyon Drive, just east of Independence Boulevard. A little bit of yellow there indicating some stop and go traffic. Then want to let you know of a road improvement project in the Sardis Wood neighborhood. This is going to close Thermal Road both directions near Pine Bur Road starting 8 this morning until August of next year.
Record thanks as holiday travelers pack the airports. Long-awaited relief reaches TSA workers. How airports are operating with one of the busiest travel weeks ahead.
Hosting a Thanksgiving dinner can be fun and stressful, especially if money's tight. Sergio Flores has some expert advice for keeping costs down while still making the holiday special.
Time to push forward with your Thanksgiving plans in the next few days. And if you're feeling a bit financially overwhelmed by your shopping list, let's change it up to make it more affordable.
The key is to not try to make it overly fancy by using ingredients you don't usually have around, and instead just sticking with the base samples.
Kimberly Palmer is a personal finance expert at NerdWallet. She says there are ways to make this Thanksgiving feel special without gobbling up your savings.
Like stuffing, you can make that feel a little fancier by adding dried cranberries on top, for example.
Okay, so instead of going through a list of other ways to fancy up your Thanksgiving on a budget, Kimberly has something better for you. Tell AI what you have in your pantry right now. The suggestions might surprise you.
I actually tried this and it worked really well for me.
Oh, really? You actually tried it, huh?
I did, because we were having an early Friendsgiving and I had a box of stuffing and then I had various dried fruits, and that's how I got the idea to add the dried cranberries to the stuffing, and everyone thought it was delicious, if I do say so myself. So I thought it worked out pretty well.
Here are a few more money-saving ideas and strategies. Consider a potluck. You take care of the turkey and everyone else brings a side dish to share. Shop and compare. Stores may have different sales, so be ready to make multiple stops if it's not too much out of your way. Have a list and stick to it. This can be harder than you think. Again, stores will do what they can to get you buy items outside of your list. And finally, have a plan to transform your leftovers. AI can also help you with that.
We have so much food after Thanksgiving, so turning that turkey into a casserole or a soup, that can be a way just of making sure we're avoiding food waste.
So there you are. It's time to push forward with your Thanksgiving plans.
Sergio Flores with that report. As the holidays approach, tens of thousands of Transportation Security Administration workers are getting the gift of relief. A TSA spokesperson says about 90% of workers have received back pay now that the federal government shutdown is over. The rest are expected to receive it today. TSA workers missed several paychecks during the country's longest shutdown in history. The back pay comes just as the holiday travel rush begins. TSA expecting to screen nearly 18 million travelers this week alone. Millions of Americans will be traveling this week for Thanksgiving, and you can expect gas prices to tick up slightly, but they're close to last year's level. The national average for a gallon of regular gas is now about $3.16 per gallon. That's up 4 cents in the past couple of weeks, 11 cents lower than just a month ago. The average price here in North Carolina, $2.81 a gallon. In South Carolina, it's $2.75.
A holiday tradition is back after Hurricane Helene forced its hiatus. We'll take you inside a sugary showdown at the Grove Park Inn.
Well, good Monday morning, everyone. We are in store for another beautiful day. Hope you had a great weekend. It was very nice, wasn't it? Right now, it's a little chilly, though, as you're heading out the door. It's 45 degrees right now in Charlotte with just a light wind in place. Feeling even cooler, though, if you're up in the mountains. 32 degrees right at freezing there in Boone. So little frosty, still beautiful, though, there in the mountains. 41 there in Rock Hill, and you can see that's a live camera look coming in from Blowing Rock. Not even a single cloud in the sky. Tomorrow we are weather alert. We're watching a cold front that passes through. It's going to bring some rain showers that may impact holiday travel if you plan on being out on those roads late in the day on Tuesday or early in the morning on Wednesday. Otherwise, Thanksgiving, it looks fantastic. It's probably going to look a little like this. Gorgeous blue sunny skies, but it'll be much cooler as we're heading into our Thanksgiving. This is for today, though. If you have any plans, it's going to be quite enjoyable to get outside, get some fresh air with the return of upper 60s, low 70s across the area. And tomorrow for our Tuesday, it's still going to be a cloudy day, so we will not have nearly as much sunshine as to what we'll see today. Temperatures will still be on the warmer side, 60s and 70s, but we will be weather alert Tuesday afternoon and evening because of that cold front that'll bring in scattered rain showers, isolated thunderstorms. And we've issued this not because of severe weather or anything like that, but we've issued this because we know there's going to be a lot of people out there traveling, and then when it starts to rain, it'll just be impactful. So impactful weather heading your way as you're heading into Tuesday. As we're looking at our satellite and radar, things look fine for us this morning. It is going to be beautiful, and this is still on Tuesday. Look across the country. We're seeing a lot of states that really will be fine. If you're traveling out towards Denver or even Salt Lake City, Phoenix, Dallas, it's going to be calm and quiet. It's really going to be right along the southeast and east coast that we start to see much more rain and stormy weather. No severe weather for us, though, so at least that could be a little bit of a silver lining. Look at all those clouds that'll start to move through. So a cloudy Tuesday ahead, and the first half of the day, again, stays quiet, but we'll be weather alert for the later half of the day because of the rain that starts to move in after about noon for the mountains and right about 3 o'clock for your Tuesday afternoon here in Charlotte. We'll finish walking you through this, and I'll show you my full 7-day forecast coming up here soon. But for now, let's send things over to Becca with a check on traffic. Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, want to give you an update on that earlier crash on I-77 northbound. This was on the ramp to get to Sanford Road. Well, that has officially cleared. Now, do not have to worry about that for that Monday morning commute. Here's a look at big picture. You can see some more red starting to fill in across the greater Charlotte area. Of course, allow yourself plenty of extra time as you hit the roads. I am monitoring a couple of new crashes. This one is on Morris Chapel Road, and it's just west of I-45. You can see that red there indicating some stop and go traffic. In addition, also looking at this crash, this is Carmel Park Drive at Fairview Road, especially seeing those oranges and that stretch of delays heading westbound on Fairview Road just before you hit Carmel. Right now, drive times Matthews to Uptown 26 minutes. Salisbury has gone up now 53 minutes. Waxhaw 39 and Belmont about 24 minutes, guys.
Becca, thanks. 7:51 now. The holiday season is here, and so is the 25th Magical Toy Drive. WCNC Charlotte once again teaming up with the Salvation Army to help put gifts under the tree for local families. And this week, there's more than one way that you can help. We know that so many of you have donated over the years. We hope you'll continue to do so. Bring any new unwrapped toy to any Charlotte area bulk between now and Sunday, December 14th. Also, at the Checkers game this Saturday, the stuffed animals from the teddy bear toss will go to the Magical Toy Drive. So if you're headed to the game, make sure that you take a new teddy bear to toss on the ice after the Checkers score their first goal. You can also scan that QR code on your screen to find out about other ways to donate. A baked-in holiday tradition is back on display in Asheville after a year off due to Hurricane Helene.
Nate Stanley takes us to the Grove Park Inn's giant gingerbread competition, one of many holiday traditions returning to Western North Carolina this year.
235 competitors total, which is a record for us, in over 25 states, coming from as far away as Canada, California, and Washington.
After Hurricane Helene ravaged Western North Carolina last year, this 3-decade-old tradition had to be canceled. But now, the center of the gingerbread universe is back in Asheville.
People as young as 5 years old can compete all the way through adult. So you have this really unique mix of people who have never built a gingerbread house before and people who are experts, and they're all in it together.
Gingerbread people, gumdrops, icing were carefully assembled for a panel of professional judges. The competition is alive and well as many other holiday traditions are coming back after the storm.
We are kind of measuring each moment in milestones, right? This happens, this happens, this happens. And I think I can speak for a number of us that this coming back, this moment where the gingerbread house competition is back, tells us that we're getting further away from that horrible day to more normalcy. Also a sign of hope that, hey, Asheville and the rest of the community are starting to look forward.
Good to see more things returning
Right,
after Helene. Yes.
I'm always so impressed by their creativity. Like when you look at the small little details, I can sit on my couch and watch like Food Network when they do the gingerbread competitions,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah.
So I need to go
So
see that in real
intricate.
life.
Yes, I think my favorite part is eating them.
Really?
I didn't know people actually eat them.
They look so nice.
Do you actually eat it?
We have a family competition, just the 4 of us, and typically the kids will eat some of it. I'm like, don't eat that.
Little bite of it, a little piece of the roof missing.
Supposed to be edible after all. I mean,
Yeah, as long as it's not, a month later.
Yeah,
and you're still like
That's
grabbing
true.
the drops
that's true.
off.
Nobody likes
Don't do that.
Yeah. All right. Live pictures right now over Charlotte's Motor Speedway, looking quite nice as the sun comes up. Keep it right here on WCNC Plus. We're back after this.
Well, good morning, everyone. We are starting out our Monday with beautiful blue sunny skies. Temperatures warming up slowly but surely. We're at 50 degrees right now in Charlotte, right at freezing up there in Boone. So grab a layer as you're heading out the door. By the afternoon, though, still plan for the return of upper 60s, low 70-degree temperatures for us, with a few more clouds pushing through as we're heading into the second half of the day. Now, as we're looking at Tuesday, stay close to our weather team because we are weather alert. We're tracking a cold front that will push in some scattered showers, a few isolated thunderstorms, and we've issued this because we know a lot of people will be traveling, so it will impact some traveling plans if you plan on being out on the roads late in the day on Tuesday. Here's our Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast. Looking pretty nice, 68 for our high today, still warm tomorrow and cloudy, and then that wet weather pushes through Tuesday afternoon. Becca.
Taking you live now over towards that Gaston-Mecklenburg County line. This is I-85 at Little Rock. Traffic is looking good, both those north and southbound lanes, just a little bit more congested the more you get into Gaston County. Also seeing those slow down 77 basically from Uptown all the way to I-45 in South Charlotte. Inner loop of Matthews also seeing some slowdowns there.
Streaming live right now at 8 a.m. right here on WCNC Plus. I'm Ben Thompson.
And I'm Lisa Washington. This morning we've asked and no official response from Border Patrol on whether Operation Charlotte's Web is over. Here's what we can tell you. So far today and over the weekend, we've received no reports of any raids around Charlotte. Last week, Border Patrol says it arrested nearly 400 local immigrants who were in the country illegally. Now, over the weekend, the Border Patrol commander, Gregory Bovino, posted this picture from Romare Bearden Park along with a statement. It reads, "Charlotte needs us, and we will continue to get the job done." Now, despite the ongoing operations, community members are still showing their support and raising awareness. Sunday, folks gathered for a 5K in support of the Carolina Migrant Network. Runners say they came together to send a powerful message that they won't let fear keep them from showing up.
Pero sin miedo. We kind of just wanted to show up in force, and really this was a fundraiser for the Carolina Migrant Network. They've been obviously very busy this past week, and they're already busy but really stressed out, and so we wanted to show support.
Carolina Migrant Network provides free legal aid to those facing immigration detention. Organizers say this event raised significant funds to help families navigate the challenges of immigration enforcement. And later this morning, Manolo's Bakery is going to be reopening after the owner closed temporarily to keep his customers and employees safe. We'll share how that bakery, which has been the site of several protests during Operation Charlotte's Web, continues to be a site of support. And of course, we are keeping an eye out for any updates regarding Operation Charlotte's Web, any updates from the Department of Homeland Security when it comes to immigration enforcement here in Charlotte. Make sure you stay with us here on WCNC Plus for the latest developments and how they'll be impacting your community. Today, legendary singer Stephanie Mills and Charlotte Hornets player LaMelo Ball are teaming up for a turkey giveaway. The duo is going to be providing food for 50 families in need.
Quite the duo, the two of them. WCNC Charlotte's Richard DeVay now live in Plaza Midwood this morning as that giveaway gets underway. Richard.
Yeah, good morning to you, Ben. Good morning, Lisa. Good Monday morning, everyone. What a day. We're here. We have the legendary duo here. Well, we have half of that legendary duo, half of that. Stephanie Mills, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for coming to our festivities today. Love 444 for Love and Mello's organization. So thank you. Thank you for having us.
Tell us a little bit about what's going to go on today. There are a number of families, dozens of families that are in need of help this Thanksgiving.
Yes, Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays, and I wanted to give back to our community. There's so many people that will not have dinner or turkey for Thanksgiving, and that's important to me. So we want to give love back to our community and everything.
And they're going to be getting some of these items in here, of course.
We have canned goods, we have rice, we have cornbread, we have chocolate, which is my favorite. We have a lot of things and huge turkeys.
And huge turkeys.
Mello's going to be here from the Charlotte Hornets. You know, the girls are waiting for him to come, so we're excited. I'm excited that they came and they partnered with me to do this, so we're excited.
And everyone will get a chance to meet you and talk to you.
Everyone will get a chance to meet us, talk to us, and take pictures.
Take pictures and autographs, and possibly Stephanie's on tour right now, but the tour's breaking, and you still.
Well, I'm on a break right now. I start back up with Patty, Shaka, and Gladys. We start back up in February. Actually, we're coming to Charlotte February 13th.
February 13th. So mark it down at the Spectrum Center.
Yes.
Go to that. Yes. But today, some families in need are going to get. This is my Dorothy. This is my Dorothy. I'm from New York City, so you'll understand. This is why I say this is my Dorothy. Because when I was, well,
you know what? It's the 50th anniversary of The Wiz.
The Wiz, the play. Yeah. The play. This is the original Dorothy of The Wiz.
50 years ago, I did The Wiz.
I wasn't born 50 years ago. So I was 2 when I went. Some of the bags are falling over because I guess that was a little, I got so much energy, and when I tell a fib, something happens like that. But anyway, this is a great event. Stephanie Mills, LaMelo Ball will be here today.
Yes.
They're going to be doing this for these families in need. A great time to come out and just share the gift of Thanksgiving.
The gift of giving, it's so good to give, and I'm a giver. I love to give, so yeah, please come out and join us.
There you go.
LaMelo will be here, the Hornets. It's wonderful.
Wonderful people doing wonderful things for the community. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
I love the way she's talking about.
I'm fangirling. I am fangirling over here.
Her friends, Patty and Shaka and Gladys. Her buddies. Made no thing.
Manhattan.
So easy. All right, so
All right.
cool.
While they catch up.
I know.
Very cool to see. Very cool to see. Well, switching gears right now. This morning, the city of Concord says it's going to continue to push forward with its holiday traditions, despite a shooting at the city's tree lighting ceremony Friday that hurt several people. Take a look at some of this video. A WCNC photographer capturing the moments families with kids started running for their lives. So far, police identified 3 suspects, including 18-year-old Nasir Bostic and 2 more teenagers. They were all sent to the hospital, and at last check, Bostic and one of the other teens remains in critical condition. Once Bostic is released, he will face charges. Following the incident, the city's mayor releasing a statement saying, in part, "We are a resilient community, and we will not let the senseless actions of a few individuals steal another tradition for us." And you know what? He was right. They didn't. The city's Christmas parades went ahead as scheduled Saturday, with groups making their way down Church and Union Streets. Despite the violent night before, folks say it's really important to celebrate the holidays as a community.
Downtown has put so much time into making it a fun and safe place for people to be. So we're just excited that people still, came out and celebrated Christmas, because that's really what it's all about.
We can't live in fear, and it's been a tradition for us. And then we knew that the police presence would be strong, so it felt like we were safe.
One of the teens charged in Friday's shooting is set to appear in court this morning.
All right, let's check back in with Majestic now to find out more about our forecast. Today is good, but we know a lot of people are going to be out and about, traveling, getting ready for Thanksgiving. We'd like to have some good weather.
Exactly. On Thanksgiving as a whole, it looks nice. But leading up to that, specifically tomorrow, we are going to be weather alert Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday night. So if you're thinking you're packing up the family, you're heading out on the road, you have someplace to be for Thanksgiving, and you want to avoid the rain, it's going to be best if you leave Tuesday morning, because later in the day we have a cold front pushing through, and that is going to pull in some scattered rain showers, a few isolated thunderstorms. We could even see brief heavy downpours with it. So bottom line, this will impact travel out on those roads. Again, late in the day on Tuesday, some lingering impacts into the overnight hours as well. So just take it easy out on those roads. Stay close to the WCNC weather team. We'll keep you up to date with the very latest, of course. Here's our satellite and radar right now. Today is going to be a nice day. We're holding on to sunny skies, upper 60s to low 70-degree temperatures. Now heading back into Tuesday, because Tuesday is the day that we're really watching because of those travel impacts across much of the central half of the country. We're not seeing many problems at all, from Dallas to Kansas City, Denver, back through the Pacific Northwest, seeing much cooler temperatures and very wet conditions. But really, the southeast and the east coast as a whole will see more of that widespread impact. We're seeing mainly rain for our area, but we can't rule out a couple of thunderstorms. But at this point, it doesn't seem like any of those storms will be strong to severe. So we're just issuing this weather alert more so because it's an inconvenience. The rain is a little bit of an inconvenience with so many people hitting those roads to travel on Tuesday, just ahead of our Thanksgiving Day holiday. Here we go. Want to head into Tuesday, still focusing on our weather alert day, holding on to cloudy skies. So tomorrow's going to be very cloudy in general. However, it's still going to be a rather warm day with upper 60s to nearly 70-degree temperatures for most of us. Besides a few stray sprinkles early in the morning, it's really not until the afternoon that rain starts to move into the area. Here's about noon. We'll start to see rain showers up along the mountain locations. Then for us, here's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll start to see the rain push through. Now, this is not widespread rain that everyone's going to see, and it's not going to last all day. But again, we're focusing on the impacts, and the impacts are that the rain showers will continue to impact those out on those roads. Into the later evening hours and early Wednesday morning, here's 1 o'clock in the morning. Could still see a couple of heavy downpours, some thunderstorm activity. But by the time you're waking up on Wednesday, the rain will be done and over with. And then back behind it, we do have a big cool down, going from 70s on Wednesday to only 50s for our Thanksgiving Day. We'll talk more about our Thanksgiving Day forecast in general, all coming up here in just a few minutes. But for now, let's send things over to Becca with a check on your Monday morning commute. Good morning, Becca.
Good morning. It is rush hour out there. Live look from I-77 at Woodlawn Road, looking especially packed on those northbound lanes as drivers head a little bit closer over towards the uptown area. You'll see that reflected in the red, basically from I-45 in South Charlotte all the way to I-277. More red up over towards Gaston County as well. Now, I am looking at this crash. This is just west of I-45 on Morris Chapel Road. You can see that stretch of orange and that stretch of yellow there, indicating some slow traffic. traffic. In addition, also looking at this one, crash on Fairview Road at Carmel Park Drive was causing some yellows and oranges there. Now looks like it is starting to improve. Drive times, Matthews to Uptown will take 24 minutes, Salisbury 50, Waxhaw 39, and Belmont 24 minutes.
8:10 right now on WCNC Plus. The war in Ukraine may be reaching a critical juncture as U.S. and Ukrainian officials refine a ceasefire plan. Could this be the step that finally moves the conflict closer to an end? We'll take a look coming up.
Approaching 8:13 now, the war in Ukraine could be at a critical juncture. U.S. and Ukrainian officials say they are refining a ceasefire plan that stemmed from earlier talks between the U.S. and Russia. As Amy Kiley reports, negotiators sound optimistic that they could be taking a step toward ending the war.
It is probably the most productive day we have had on this issue, maybe in the entirety of our engagement.
U.S. and Ukrainian officials say they're making substantial progress with ceasefire talks. That's after they met in Geneva, Switzerland yesterday.
Дипломатія активізована. Це добре.
Diplomacy has been activated, which is good, very good. We expect that the results will be the right steps.
The negotiators are working off President Donald Trump's 28-point ceasefire plan. It stems from U.S. talks with Russia. Bipartisan critics say the original favored that country too much. Now, Secretary of State Marco Rubio says U.S. and Ukrainian negotiators have been modifying the plan. He says the remaining issues are, quote, not insurmountable. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky appears to share Rubio's optimism. He says Trump's team appeared to be listening.
The first priority is reliable peace, guaranteed security, respect for our people, respect for everyone who gave their lives defending Ukraine from Russian aggression.
In a statement, U.S. and Ukrainian officials say they're working toward, quote, aligning positions and identifying clear next steps. At some point, those steps have to involve Russia once again.
Like any final agreement, they'll have to be agreed upon by the presidents. And there are a couple issues that we need to continue to work on.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
President Trump is touting recent economic numbers as what he sees as, quote, incredible. Last week, government data showing the economy added 119,000 jobs in September, marking an unexpected rebound for the labor market. The report was delayed due to the government shutdown.
And the economy, as you saw, some incredible numbers came in
investment in our country is bigger than ever before by a factor of 2 or 3. And that means a lot of things are being built and a lot of plants will be opening very soon.
However, the report also showed that unemployment has ticked back up at 4.4%. That's the highest in 4 years. The Department of Labor also released new figures for the week ending November 1st, showing the number of people receiving unemployment benefits also hitting a 4-year high.
As we head to break, here is an exclusive shopping deal for our viewers.
Hi, our team tests a ton of products and we only bring you the best. I am super excited about this one today because it's gonna save you literally hundreds of dollars on a plumber. I'm talking about this. It's Professor Amos Super Fast Drain Cleaner. And wait until you see how this works. We have a little experiment set up over here. It's nuts. All right, so this is actually how your drains look. I know it's kind of gross. The hair, the grime, the grease. And did you know your kitchen sink is actually the dirtiest in the entire house? But this works on any drain, from the kitchen to the bathroom to the shower. So all you do is you pour a few ounces in. That's literally it. And I'm gonna show you over here what's actually happening. We have some drain experts who built this for us. This is what's happening in your drain, and you can't see it. This mimics what's in your drain. Look at that. It liquefies it immediately. What's so amazing about this product, and we've tested a lot of them over the years, is that most drain cleaners just have a pinhole size, fix. It's temporary. This cleans, drains the pipe as well. And then all you need to do is run your hot water in whatever room you're in for 5 minutes, and boom, you have clean drains. No plumber's gonna have to come out. Normally, a 2-pack of this goes for $59.95, but we have an exclusive deal just for you. $33.95 for a 2-pack. That's a whopping 43% off. Grab it while supplies last. Just scan the QR code on your screen or go to shoptvdeals.com.
All right, 8:19 right now on WCNC Plus as we take live pictures right now over Charlotte Motor Speedway. The sun now fully up at this point. Temperatures, though, they're a bit chilly out there in the 40s around most of the area. Majestic joins us right now and shaping up to be a pretty nice day ahead.
It's going to be beautiful. Lots of sunshine for everyone. And really today compared to tomorrow is going to be way different. Today we have perfectly clear sunny skies. Temperatures rising back into the upper 60s, low 70s. Tomorrow's going to be cloudy, still warm, but we are going to be weather alert tomorrow because of some inconvenient weather. Outside this morning, though, it's comfortable for most of us. Seeing those temperatures now rise back into the 40s and 50s. Still chilly, though, for our friends out there in Morganton, 37 degrees. So if you're somebody who likes to wake up, head out for a morning walk or run, you're probably going to want at least a long sleeve shirt. We are looking at tomorrow, though, because we will have some weather impacts. We've issued this weather alert because of inconvenient weather, because we know there's going to be a lot of people out traveling for Tuesday, whether you're doing those last minute errands or you're actually packing up the family and heading somewhere. Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday night. That's the time frame when a cold front passes through, and that front is going to bring with it some rain showers. Now, this is not a washout. This is not widespread heavy rain throughout the entire Tuesday, but it's going to be enough that it will be impactful out on those area roadways. So travel impacts will be our biggest focus for tomorrow. Today, again, sunny skies, going to be nice. We will have a little bit more cloud coverage as we're heading into the afternoon compared to what we have outside this morning. But then still looking at Tuesday as a whole across the country, if you're heading out of town, most of the country will actually be just fine. We're seeing very calm and quiet weather from Dallas to Denver, even there across Salt Lake City. Meanwhile, in the southeast and up and down the East Coast in general, that's where the focus will be when it comes to that wet weather. Now, for us, it's going to mainly just be scattered rain showers, but I do think we'll have a few isolated thunderstorms popping up here and there. But at this point, no storms seem to be severe for us, so that's good news. We are looking at mainly cloudy skies for our Tuesday. Here's 5 o'clock in the morning, so not a whole lot of sunshine for our Tuesday. Still, temperatures will be very fine, very mild, 60s and 70s. And then starting around noon, here comes some rain pushing through the mountains, hitting the Charlotte metro area around 3 o'clock or so. And it's just very scattered. Again, not everyone experiencing it, but many of us will at least get some raindrops tomorrow. The rain pushes out, but then overnight Tuesday into Wednesday, here's 1 o'clock Wednesday morning. Could hear a couple of isolated storms, those heavy downpours as well. But if you're an early riser by Wednesday morning, by the time you're probably waking up, heading out of bed, it's going to be out of here. And the rest of the story, it's actually pretty nice. Temperatures will be cooler after that front pushes through, 50s for highs, 20s for lows. But look at this, our Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast. We'll get through our weather impact alert day on Tuesday, and then Thanksgiving Day is going to be beautiful. Clear sunny skies for our Turkey Day, but only a high of 54 degrees, so rather cool as we're wrapping up the weekend, heading into the weekend. Becca, any new updates out on those roads?
A couple of new crashes, but traffic actually starting to improve out there. In one of those locations, this is North Charlotte, I-77, just south of W.T. Harris Boulevard. You can see those clear skies out there. So overall, it's a very comfortable start. This continues in South Carolina as well. Live view from I-77 at Harris Road. Still a little bit slower on those northbound lanes. Pretty typical for this time of day, but it's especially as you head from York inbound into Mecklenburg County. There you'll run into most of the slowdowns. What I'm seeing now is a couple of new incidents out there, so I want to let you know of this one. This is a crash being reported on Moretz Avenue at Druid Hills Way, causing just minor delays. Further off to the east, another one, Rocky River Road crash at Shinkansen Drive, also causing some delays there.
Hi, this is Larry Sprinkle. It's Monday, time for our Carolina Trivia, and today's trivia is all about the Biltmore House. And it's a Christmas time, the perfect time to head on up there to Asheville. Take a look. What a beautiful view of the Biltmore House at Christmas, with lots of trees inside and even outside. Check it out. What a beautiful sight to see. A winter wonderland up there. There's a 55-foot Norway spruce on the outside, 36 decorated trees inside. There's a 35-foot Fraser tree. That's the largest inside. And by the way, there are 75 additional Christmas trees on the property, which is about 8,000 acres. Very special Christmas time at the Biltmore. That's today's trivia. I'm Larry Sprinkle.
And folks, the holiday season is here, and so is our 25th annual Magical Toy Drive. We're teaming up with the Salvation Army to help put gifts under trees for local families. And this week, you've got more than one option and ways to help out. You can still bring any new unwrapped toy to a Charlotte area Belk location. That's going on now between the 14th of December, but also this week at a Checkers game on Saturday. The stuffed animals from the teddy bear toss will go to the Magical Toy Drive. So if you're going to the game, go ahead and take a teddy bear with you to toss on the ice after the Checkers scored that first goal. And as always, you can scan that QR code on the right-hand side of your screen to learn more information on other ways to donate.
We're going to take a quick break, but make sure that you keep it right here on WCNC Plus. We'll be back at 8:30 with the day's top headlines.
Well, good Monday morning, everyone. Boy, we are starting out the new week with beautiful weather, blue sunny skies, and temperatures. They're warming up slowly but surely. We're at 50 degrees right now in Charlotte. Still chilly, though, for our friends up in the mountains. 35 degrees there in Boone. Today's going to be nice. We're calling for clear skies this morning, a little bit more clouds pushing through by the afternoon, but daytime highs will rise back into the upper 60s to near 70 degrees. Tomorrow, though, we have some changes. Cloudy skies and a cold front pushes through. We will be weather alert, so stay close to our weather team, especially Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday night, because that cold front is going to bring some scattered showers and even a few isolated thunderstorms that may impact your commute if you are heading somewhere, especially just before Thanksgiving. Remember, that's going to be mainly on Tuesday. Otherwise, sunny skies just in time for our Turkey Day. Becca.
Still a little bit slow out there, especially near Uptown. Live view from I-77 at West Boulevard just before you hit the John Belk. As usual, we do have traffic packed on both sides, so both those north and southbound lanes just a little bit slow. But I am looking at a couple of crashes that I do want to let you know of. This one east of I-45. This is on Fairview Road. Crash being reported at Ashley Glen Drive. In addition, this one, Rocky River Road.
You are streaming live on WCNC Plus at 8:30 on this Monday morning. I'm Lisa Washington.
And I'm Ben Thompson.
This morning, questions remain surrounding Border Patrol operations in Charlotte. Now, officially, the Department of Homeland Security isn't saying if Operation Charlotte's Web is over, but we can tell you we didn't receive any reports of raids or arrests over the weekend. Just last night, we saw a show of support for the Latino community in East Charlotte. Folks gathered for a vigil at Manolo's Bakery, the site of several protests during Operation Charlotte's Web. WCNC Charlotte's Anna King was there hearing from the community and the owner of Manolo's, who kept that shop closed temporarily to keep his customers and employees safe.
Yeah, the vigil was held here at Manolo's Bakery, a place many in the community are now calling the heart of resistance after days of protests. And tonight, community members say this gathering was about honoring immigrants and showing Charlotte stands together.
This little light of mine.
Candles.
We ask you to encourage them even now in the name of Jesus.
Prayers and moments of silence.
They thought that we were alone, and now we are together. And we are one light.
Sunday night, East Charlotte residents saw a vigil meant to heal.
The people in masks, they may be loud, they may be bullies, but there's more of us than there are of them.
The vigil drew neighbors, faith leaders, and people who say they came to show support and to stand against fear.
What's happening to them with ICE and BP, Border Patrol, is awful. And nobody should have to go through that. Nobody should have to leave and go to work and wonder if their kids are okay or wonder if their mom or dad is gone.
And we are all celebrating Charlotte and saying, you can't mess with us. We're going to fight. We're going to take a stand. And that's what all of this means.
Organizers say the candles and handwritten signs are a reminder of a community that refuses to be silent.
Stand with him, stand behind her.
The vigil was held just outside of Manolo's Bakery, which closed temporarily after Border Patrol arrived.
You are an army for angels.
Now the shop is in a soft reopening, and the owner says he's grateful for the support.
We used to feel that we were alone. Now we know that we are not alone in this city, and the only thing I have is thank you so much, and I love you, Charlotte.
The people of God say amen. Amen.
But he says as the community looks to the future, the fear has not gone away.
They're still around. ICE is still around. They pick up people from the streets today, so maybe a big group left, but they're still around, so we're still not safe.
In East Charlotte, Anna King, WCNC Charlotte.
Starting today, the city of Charlotte is rolling out $100,000 in emergency funds for families impacted by Border Patrol operations. Crisis Assistance Ministry will handle applications, and eligible households can apply through local nonprofits like Our Bridge for Kids, the Latin American Coalition, and the Charlotte Center for Legal Advocacy. The group say recent events have profoundly impacted lives and families.
The fear of Border Patrol and ICE impacting students in the classroom as well. We've been following the number of tens of thousands of CMS kids staying home last week over safety concerns. Parents say anxiety is spreading through the classrooms and the community.
They start to recognize, am I in danger? Is that person that I see over there in danger? Could somebody in my family or somebody that I love be in danger?
Experts say the stress can trigger PTSD, but teachers can help by simply letting students know that they are not alone. Folks, we're going to continue to keep our eye on this situation when it comes to immigration enforcement here in Charlotte. Stay right here on WCNC Plus on your favorite streaming device for all the developments and the impacts on your community.
This morning, Belmont police are investigating after a restaurant was evacuated due to a bomb threat. Police say this all happened Saturday afternoon at Nellie's Southern Kitchen on North Main Street. That restaurant is owned by the parents of the Jonas Brothers, a popular band. Gaston County deputies searched that restaurant. They didn't find anything. The restaurant later reopened. No one was hurt. Belmont police are now asking anyone with information to give them a call at that number on your screen. Oh, take a look right now. This man is waking up in jail charged in a shooting outside of a nightclub. According to CNPD, Lloyd Graham is accused of shooting a bouncer at the Gold Club on Old Pineville Road last Monday. Graham was arrested on Sunday. This morning, one person is recovering after being stabbed in South Charlotte. Medic telling us it happened last night on South Tryon Street near Westinghouse Boulevard. CMPD hasn't shared any further details. Also this morning, Avery County Schools remembering a beloved educator. The district posting on its Facebook page last night that Tina Stamey passed away over the weekend. Earlier in the month, Newland Elementary shared a post saying Stamey went into cardiac arrest at home. Students and teachers will be wearing yellow to school tomorrow as a way of remembering the light Stamey brought into the classroom each day. All right, Majestic joins us now with an update on our forecast for this. It's going to be a travel week for a lot of people. Some folks may be staying at home. Either way, we're going to be taking a look at the forecast.
Today's going to be a perfect day, whether you're staying at home, you're heading off to work, or you're packing up the family and you are heading out for your road trip. But tomorrow's going to be a bit of a different story. We'll start with what's going on right now, though. It's 50 degrees here in Charlotte. It is beautiful. Much of the same out there towards Monroe. Still chilly in Boone with temperatures only into the mid-30s. It's 35 degrees in Boone, 39 in Morganton and Jefferson, and about 43 in Rock Hill. So grab a layer as you're heading out the door. You probably won't want it, though, as we're heading into the later half of the day with temperatures on the rise. Plan for mid to upper 60s, even some low 70-degree temperatures, just kind of depending on where you are. 70 degrees in Lancaster, 68 in Gastonia, and then 55 degrees for Jefferson. Here's our satellite and radar. Very quiet this morning all across the Carolinas, but you can see stormy weather already firing up there across Texas, Oklahoma, pushing through Arkansas and Missouri. Once we bring it back home across the Carolinas, I mean, we're waking up to the complete opposite. Hardly any cloud coverage out there whatsoever. We could see a few more clouds trickle into the area as we're heading into the afternoon, but today is going to be a very nice start to our new work week. As we're heading into our Tuesday, we have a mainly cloudy day. Still, temperatures stay warm into the 60s and 70s, but tomorrow we are weather alert. Make sure you're staying close to our WCNC weather team. We've called this not because of severe weather, but because of inconvenient weather. We know there will be a lot of people out traveling across the roads, especially leading up to Thanksgiving. So let's time this out for you. Here's 6 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. Things will be fine. I mean, not the most beautiful start to the day. We'll have mainly cloudy skies in place, but we'll be dry in the morning time. And then as we're heading into the afternoon, there's about noon. There's my clock there, and notice the mountains. You're going to see some of that active weather first, and then once we head towards the Charlotte metro area, there's about 3 o'clock. More of those scattered rain showers pushing through our area. It's important to know that this is not widespread heavy rain. It's not going to last all throughout the day, but we're just focused on the impacts. We know that the rain will impact a lot of people who will be traveling. And then into the overnight hours, Tuesday night and into early Wednesday, I mean, this is 1 o'clock in the morning. We could even see a few isolated thunderstorms. No severe storms, but don't be surprised if all of a sudden we do have a brief heavy downpour, possibly some gusty winds as well. So we're weather alert tomorrow, Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night, because of the rain and the thunderstorm activity. We'll have a big cool down back behind it. We're going to talk about those cooler temperatures straight ahead. Becca, how are the roads? Any updates?
Yes, a couple of updates to make. A live view first. This is I-77 in South Charlotte, right at the border of Mecklenburg and York County over towards Carowinds. And hey, traffic not doing bad. In fact, we are starting to see it slowly get a little bit better and better. Seeing some improving conditions out there, especially on 77. Still a little bit slow over towards Gaston County 85 northbound. And looking at this new crash, Brown Road at DeArmond Road, and it is in the middle of the intersection. Emergency crews currently on the scene, so do expect delays in all directions. In addition, I am looking at this roadblock due to emergency repairs. This is on Chancellor Park Drive westbound between W.T. Harris Boulevard and University City. Also this is on Fairview Road. Crash being reported at Ashley Glen Drive. We are seeing delays in both directions, a stretch of orange indicating some slowdowns there, guys.
New signs of some real progress in South Carolina's fight against the opioid crisis. But can the decline in overdose deaths last? We're going to hear from those battling addiction and working to reclaim their lives. All right, 8:41 right now on WCNC Plus. South Carolina is making some real progress in the fight against the opioid crisis, with overdose deaths officially on the decline.
Taylor Richardson is hearing from folks who are fighting addiction, sharing how they're working to live healthier lives.
The Department of Health reported that the state saw its first decline in overdose deaths in 10 years in its 2023 report.
I think what that means is that a lot of hard work is finally paying off, and we still have a long ways to go. And
some of the people doing that hard work were honored at the recent Governor's Summit on Addiction, two of them being Dr. Gerald Wilson, MD, and Asa Wilson. Dr. Wilson is a retired surgeon and now serves as a medical director at New Seasons Metro Treatment Center, and he has treated addiction through medicine.
You have to think of this as a disease such as hypertension or diabetes, and you would take medication on a daily basis for that to remain stable.
Asa Wilson was also recognized. She went through significant struggles with addiction and substance abuse herself, but after recovering in 2018, she has used that experience to help thousands of others through her services with Favor Low Country and Oxford Houses.
I mean, we are literally feet hitting the streets. We are approaching these individuals and we're being welcomed, right? Because we've been there. And as soon as we're pretty well known now. So when they see us coming, they're like, hey, I need this, I need this, I need this.
Both individuals believe changing the stigma around addiction treatment will help more people find recovery in the future.
People think that once you're addicted, that you'll always be addicted. And that's just not the case.
By being able to educate people about what addiction is, I think it's become more acceptable for people to realize that they need to be treated for this and they don't need to be looked down upon.
Some alarming health news out of Washington State. The state health department there reports an individual has died of complications from a bird flu strain never before reported in people. Officials say the patient was an older adult with underlying health conditions. It marks the first U.S. case in 9 months and only the second reported death from the virus. The CDC stresses the risk to the public remains very low, as bird flu typically infects birds and some other animals instead.
Doctors say lung cancer is on the rise among younger women. A new study shows most people diagnosed today don't qualify for regular screenings that could catch the disease earlier. Current federal guidelines only cover older adults with long-term smoking histories. Researchers report more cases are now appearing in younger non-smokers, the majority of them women. Experts believe environmental factors could play a role, but nothing has been proven. Lung cancer remains the leading cause of cancer deaths nationwide, and doctors are calling for expanded screening to include more adults at risk. The federal government is recalling a popular playpen sold on Amazon. Officials say the play yards made in China under the name Anna Queen pose a safety risk. Investigators warn infants could become trapped under the mattress or between the mattress and the side of the play yard, which could lead to serious injury, even death. Thankfully, no injuries have been reported so far. The company is urging owners to stop using them and to contact Anna Queen for a full refund. As holiday decorations come out at home, one South Carolina woman is packing her decorations and getting ready to head to the White House. How she went from trimming her own tree to decking America's most famous halls. That's next.
All right, good morning, everyone. Let's break down a few things that we are looking at. We just talked about our weather impact alert that we're going to have tomorrow, but today's still going to be a very, very nice day. Very mild temperatures as we're heading into the afternoon. Little bit chilly still as you're heading out the door this morning, mainly waking up to temperatures into the 30s and 40s, but you can see temperatures will gradually warm up. Let's take you out to the mountains because today's going to be a great day to spend some time outside. Sunny skies, highs there in Banner Elk, 53 degrees, 55 here in Blowing Rock. Once we head a bit more to the south across the foothills, mainly mid to upper 60s, 66 in Morganton and 65 in Hickory. Here in Charlotte, we'll start out the day with sunny skies. A few clouds will start to push through as we're heading into the afternoon and evening, but overall temperatures will top off into the upper 60s for many of us. And then just to the south, a touch warmer, 69 in Lancaster, much the same out there towards Chesterfield. Let's talk about that Thanksgiving forecast because, yes, we still have those rain showers and kind of some stormy weather moving in on Tuesday, but then after that, we get through the bulk of it, and then cooler temperatures are ahead. So if you are a family that loves a good turkey trot, well, here's the thing. It's going to actually be into the 30s early in the morning, around 7, 8 o'clock. By 10 o'clock, we'll see those temperatures rise into the mid-40s and then getting a little bit warmer, only into the 50s, though. It is going to be a rather cool but beautiful Thanksgiving day. And tomorrow, remember, we are weather alert. The first half of the day on Tuesday, it looks like it's going to be quiet. A cloudy start to the day, still a rather warm day. But Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday night, stay close to our weather team because we're watching a cold front that'll push through the Carolinas, and it's going to push in some scattered showers and a few isolated thunderstorms. At this point, nothing seems severe, but we've issued this mainly because we know a lot of people will be traveling, and it's going to be a little bit of an inconvenience to have that wet weather out there. By Wednesday, 72 degrees, we rebound very nicely. It's going to be a beautiful Wednesday. And then Thursday, all of a sudden, it gets cool with temperatures only rising into the 50s for several days in a row. So you can see Thursday, a high of 54, Friday, even cooler. The exact same on Saturday, but notice those cooler temperatures, they don't last long. But it's not just our daytime high, it's even our overnight lows. Now, this will get you. If you're somebody who likes to wake up and get your turkey going, maybe you like to fry it or you like to smoke it and you're going to be spending time outside, you're going to want to grab some layers, maybe start yourself a fire. It's going to be chilly with temperatures into the 30s. Colder, though, Friday and Saturday morning with temperatures dropping down below freezing. Becca, how are the roads this morning? Anything people really need to know as they're heading out?
A couple of things that I'm looking at. These crashes that have just popped up. This is the one that I've been mentioning. This is Brown Road at DeArmond Road. You can see the crash is in the intersection, but the police vehicle is currently on the scene, but do expect delays, unfortunately, in all directions. Here's big picture. We're starting to see a little bit more green pop up than red. Still a little bit slow over towards Matthews. That is the inner loop of I-485. This new one is the one I was talking about that just popped up on the map. This is Brown Road. This lane currently blocked at DeArmond Road. And then I also want to let you know of this road blockage. This is due to emergency repairs on Chancellor Park Drive westbound between W.T. Harris Boulevard and University City, something that you'll want to avoid. And still have this one. This one is causing likely the most significant delays. Fairview Road crash at Ashley Glen Drive. You can see that stretch of oranges and yellows there will likely add several extra minutes to that morning commute.
All right, folks, it's time for our 25th annual Magical Toy Drive alongside the Salvation Army, trying to get gifts for kids in need. And this week we've got more than one way that you can help out. You can continue to bring that new unwrapped toy to any Charlotte area Belk location between now and Sunday the 14th. Also this week, the Checkers game this Saturday. If you're going, the stuffed animals from the teddy bear toss will all go to the Magical Toy Drive. So if you're going to the game, make sure to take a new teddy bear with you to toss out on the ring after the Checkers score their first goal. And as always, you can always scan that QR code on the right-hand side of your screen for other ways to donate. Well, as you unpack your Christmas decorations, a South Carolina woman is packing up to travel to D.C. for the honor of decorating the White House.
Leah Phillips tells us how the decorator went from decorating her own home to being chosen to deck the famous halls.
Megan Michalowski knows about good decoration.
It's an honor to just be there and decorating, America's house.
And while she typically puts her skills to use through charitable events hosted by the Spartanburg Junior League,
I'm just excited for the opportunity to see all the decorations and have it go from a blank slate to Christmas.
This week, she'll be taking her eye for decor all the way to Washington, D.C. as one of this year's White House decorators. An application she didn't hesitate to fill out.
I submitted it as soon as it was released. I saw it on the White House's Instagram that it was available.
And her dream to be a part of this tradition has been decades in the making.
The HGTV show that started many moons ago, I would watch it with my mom, and she's no longer here, so I feel like it's just a really special thing for me to go.
Not only to string lights and deck the halls, but to carry on her mother's legacy through a shared love of spreading holiday cheer.
It would definitely be a dream for us both. I collect Hallmark ornaments because she collected Hallmark ornaments, and I would put tinsel on my tree now, but I have cats. But her tree was 8 foot tall and 8 foot wide, the biggest one that could fit through the door. And that's why I feel like it's just gonna really bring it all home.
What a neat story, and personal as well.
I know her mother would be proud.
Yeah, I love that she said her mom's tree was 8 feet tall, 8 feet wide.
That is huge.
Gigantic.
To go in a person's living room, that's a lot of Christmas tree.
Okay, I recently bought a Christmas tree, and I didn't look at the width of it, and it is 5 feet wide in my living room.
Do you have a big, spacious living room?
No, but she's making it work. I am making it work. We had to rearrange some furniture, but yes, look at the width, not just the height.
Yeah, I've had one of those too. We went and got one of my mom. It was like a bush. It was the ugliest thing. My mom's like, "This is the most beautiful Christmas tree I've ever seen in my life." I'm like, "This is not cute at all."
It's a Christmas bush.
Yeah, exactly. Have you ever seen one?
A Christmas shrub.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want one of those?
I wish you had pictures now. I want to see it. All right, it's time for us to take a break, right? Yes, we're going to take a break. But you, don't take a break. Keep it right here on WCNC Plus. Coming up, we're going to be having our live Impact News studio. You see Jane there at the bottom left of your screen. She's going to be taking over a number of topics they're going to be covering today. Again, we're still trying to get information from the Department of Homeland Security to find out the latest about Operation Charlotte's Web in Charlotte, if indeed it is still ongoing. We also know they're going to have a preview of Shop Small Saturday and the impact on North Carolina families as the ACA tax credit nears the expiration. Keep it right here on WCNC Plus.
Well, good Monday morning, everyone. It is beautiful outside this morning. We're waking up to blue, sunny skies. Temperatures are chilly, though. There in Boone, 36 degrees, 55 in Charlotte, and 53 in Monroe. By the afternoon, still plenty of sunshine to look forward to, with temperatures rising back into the upper 60s, low 70s. No problems in the forecast today, but tomorrow's going to be a little different. We are under a weather alert tomorrow for Tuesday afternoon and evening because a cold front is pushing pushing through, and it will bring in periods of rain and possibly some storms. That'll impact your Tuesday evening travel. So if you are traveling tomorrow, stay close to our weather team. We'll keep you up to date with the very latest. There's the Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast. It's going to be beautiful today, cloudy but warm tomorrow. Not too bad as we're heading into Wednesday, and then for Thanksgiving, it's going to be chilly, but at least we get the sunshine. Becca.
Traffic settling down out there. A live view across the region. You can see just a little bit of red over towards the inner loop of I-485 in Matthews, but otherwise looking pretty good. This crash being reported at Brown Road at the intersection of D'Armond. It is blocking one lane of traffic and is in the middle of the intersection, so likely causing delays in all directions. Want to also let you know of this road blockage on Chancellor Park Drive westbound near WT Harris.